Yeah, this is Paul. Yeah, I'm reading Law on the Farm. Yes. I was looking at the glossary in the Law on the Farm. They have what's called charitable institutions. Yeah, is a record of all inmates as required by law must be kept by these institutions. I got to thinking about the different times that I have volunteered with different Christian organizations and food banks. I'd been a trucker chaplain, and I was a trucker chaplain with Transport for Christ. I had lived in a semi in the back. Well, actually, the cab part where usually the driver sits, and they got a bed back there. Well, this had been remodeled so as I got my own bunk. And then they had taken the semi truck and they had put a chapel in the semi truck at Ken's truck stop. And I was a trucker chaplain. Now, I had to go through a background check to be able to do that. I didn't get paid to do that. Okay, I volunteered to do that my senior year when I was going to Northwest University and I was in the LEAP program getting my degree in organizational management. But I got married and I had volunteered with another trucker ministry. Jubits and Truck Stop Ministries, I think it was, or I forget. I emailed them. There was a time when I was living in the fifth wheel, and I had called them on the phone. I said I need prayer that I could reconcile with my wife and kids, and this was in 2012. Yeah. And it was on the internet. They had put it in their newsletter that Paul Budnek and I had volunteered with them. And it could be Truck Stop Ministries. It was a Baptist organization. I really respected the person that had started that. And I went through, it was type of orientation. The guy that wanted to see if I was honest or not. It was interesting. I went there and I had worked in Truck Stop Ministries and I've been a trucker chaplain. And the day that I volunteered, there was $100 bill in the offering. A lot of these old chaplains, they think they're smarter than a younger chaplain, such as myself. And he wanted to see if I was a thief. That would I steal the money? Would I take the money? I had to go through a background check to be able to do that. I volunteered at Welcome to One Life, a food bank in Vancouver, Washington, when we had a house in Vancouver. And I had somewhat of difficulties. I was living by faith. A lot of people in today's society don't believe that God will supply all your needs. And we had made an agreement. Well, I had a little money, and we had made an agreement that we would go on welfare when we moved to Airway Heights. We had just run out of money and had nothing to sell. And I was praying and praying and praying, and we went on welfare. Well, you know what happened? They had put HEIDI's child support check for Jessica in my name as head of household. And I said, well, it's not my money. So we went to the welfare. So as I would make sure that the video cameras in all the welfare departments and the child support departments would all have my face on them. Because taking the child support from a previous marriage and putting it in the name of the new marriage, even though I was and I still am the head of household, I'm still married, was really not what we wanted as a married couple. That had always been her money. And she had been married to another man, and she had a little daughter named Jessica Lee Hodges. She never had my last name. Then I volunteered at the Medical Lake Food Bank, and I got a letter of recommendation from the Medical Lake Food Bank, and had to go through a background check. At least I think you do. Could I get every background check of every charitable institution everywhere in the world? Okay. I just want to see how many slithering come to find out volunteers are working throughout Christianity and any other religion. Now, today is my birthday, and I have volunteered with a lot of charities. And I know there are those that say, well, you're the Salvation Army, you should do the dishes. I'm like, no, I'm not in an economic position to be able to volunteer right now. I'm working on my emails, and I emailed about 7,000 emails yesterday about why are my constitutional rights being violated and where are my missing sons. Now, I know there are those that said, well, he's just the worst father in the world, but did they take into consideration that we were in Kosovo when we got married because I had been a trucker chaplain? I had graduated from a Christian private university, the same university that HEIDI went to. We both have the same bachelor degree. Now, I'm going to want to know how many slithering volunteers there are throughout all the charities. And then I'm going to want to know how many in the Fish family keep all of their money in charities because they act like they don't have any money. Going to want my rights today.